Hello everyone. I hope all of you are doing great. The story is about the wise Gibeonites. Now, do you know who these Gibeonites are? These Gibeonites are the people who stay in Gibeon, which is a city near to Canaan. Joshua and his people, the Israelites, are marching towards the promised land, Canaan, by defeating many cities across, like the Jericho wall and Ai and many others. Now many of the cities in Canaan now get ready to fight against Israel. They think that they can win, but the people in the nearby city of Gibeon do not think so. They believe that God is helping the Israelites and hence they do not want to fight against God. So do you know what the Gibeonites did? They decided to make it look as if they live somewhere very far away. So some of the men put on ragged clothes and worn out sandals. They loaded their donkeys with worn out sacks and took some old dry bread. Then they went to Joshua and said, "We have come from a very distant land because we heard about your great God Jehovah. We heard all the things that he did for you in Egypt. So our leaders told us to get some food ready for a trip and to go and say to you, 'We are your servants. Promise that you will not make war with us.' Can you see that our clothes are worn out from a long trip and that our bread has become old and dry?" Joshua and his leaders believed the Gibeonites. So they made a promise not to fight against them. But my dear friends, 3 days later, they learned that the Gibeonites really live in a nearby city. Understanding this, Joshua asked them, "Why did you tell us that you came from a distant land?" Gibeonites answered, "We did so because we were told that your God Jehovah had promised to give all this land to Canaan to you. So we were scared that you would kill us." But the Israelites kept their promise and they did not kill the Gibeonites. Instead, they made them their servants. Now the king of Jerusalem is angry because the Gibeonites have made peace with Israel. So he calls the 4 other kings and tells them, "Come and help me to fight Gibeon." And that is what these 5 kings do. My dear friends, were the Gibeonites wise to make peace with Israel, which now causes these kings to come and fight against them? We will see about it in the next story. How did you like today's story, my dear friends? And what can we learn from today's story? First thing, from the story, Joshua was being deceived. The problem was God had told Joshua not to make an alliance with anyone. Friends, our lesson is that the devil is deceptive and will use anything to convince God's people to compromise. Joshua here did not seek the counsel of God and thus failed to see the truth. Paul reminds us that devil blinds people's eyes to their need for the gospel. We never arrive at the place where we do not need to read the Bible, pray and commune with God. The devil seemingly tries to blind us most when we are trying our hardest. My dear friends, let us not fall in the trap of Satan. I hope you enjoyed today's story. Until I come up with the next beautiful story, do stay safe and healthy. Your loving Bensi Auntie. Bye. Take care.